Leonidas I of Sparta, a name that echoes through the ages like the clash of bronze shields on the battlefield. Born around 540 BC, Leonidas was not just a king. He was the embodiment of Spartan discipline, courage, and unshakable duty. He was the third son of King Anaxandridas II, which meant Leonidas was never expected to inherit the throne. In Sparta, the throne usually passed to the eldest son. But fate had other plans. Through a series of unexpected events, Leonidas became king in 490 BC, inheriting not just a crown, but the weight of Sparta's destiny. The world he ruled was not one of peace. The mighty Persian Empire, under King Xerxes, was expanding rapidly, swallowing nations and cities into its vast domain. The Greek city-states, proud but often divided, knew that Persia's gaze had now turned toward them. By 480 BC, the Persian threat was no longer a distant rumor. It was an unstoppable force, marching toward Greece with one of the largest armies the ancient world had ever seen. Some say Xerxes' forces numbered over 2 million men, though historians debate the exact figure. What was certain, however, was their overwhelming size compared to the small armies of Greece. Faced with this impossible challenge, the Greek city-states decided to unite, at least temporarily. A council was held, and it was decided that the narrow mountain pass of Thermopylae would be the perfect place to hold back the Persian advance. And this is where Leonidas' story turns from the tale of a king into the legend of a warrior. Knowing that Spartan law forbade a full military expedition during the sacred festival of Carnea, Leonidas could only take a small force. But he chose his warriors carefully, 300 of his finest hoplites, each one a father to a son, ensuring that Spartan bloodlines would continue even if they never returned. Marching north, Leonidas also gathered allies from other Greek states, bringing the total defending force to around 7,000 men. They knew they were marching toward certain death. Yet none turned away. Thermopylae was more than a battlefield, it was a gate to the heart of Greece. The pass was so narrow that only a few soldiers could fight side by side, making it the perfect equalizer against Persia's overwhelming numbers. Leonidas took his position, shield in hand, spear ready, and eyes fixed on the horizon. For 2 days, the Spartans and their allies held the pass. Wave after wave of Persian troops crashed against them, but the Greeks stood firm. The sound of clashing bronze, the cries of war, and the unyielding wall of Spartan shields created an impenetrable defense. And then, betrayal. The betrayal came from a man named Ephialtes, a Greek who sought favor and reward from the Persians. He revealed to Xerxes a hidden mountain path that would allow the Persian forces to outflank the defenders of Thermopylae. When Leonidas learned of this treachery, he knew the battle was lost. Yet, retreat was never an option for a Spartan king. Instead, he dismissed the bulk of the Greek army, ordering them to live and fight another day. Leonidas remained behind with his 300 Spartans, along with 700 Thespians and 400 Thebans who chose to stay, fully aware that death was the only outcome. As the sun rose on the third day, the Persians advanced from both front and rear. Leonidas and his warriors fought with unmatched ferocity, their bronze shields clashing, their spears piercing through the enemy ranks. When their spears broke, they fought with swords. When swords shattered, they fought with their bare hands. The ground at Thermopylae became a sea of fallen warriors. In the chaos, Leonidas himself fell in battle. The Spartans fought desperately to recover his body, a testament to their unbreakable bond and respect for their king. By the end, every defender had fallen. But their sacrifice was not in vain. The stand at Thermopylae inspired all of Greece, buying precious time for the cities to prepare for the battles ahead. The courage of Leonidas and his men became a rallying cry, echoing through the centuries as a symbol of honor, duty, and resistance against impossible odds. And so Leonidas I of Sparta passed into legend, not because he won, but because he refused to surrender. Their message was clear: Molon Labe, come and take them. If this story inspired you, honor the memory of Leonidas by liking this video, sharing it with friends, and subscribing to our channel. Join us as we bring to life the greatest warriors and leaders in history. Your support helps keep their stories alive.